93% of child sex abuse perpetrators know their victims. 99% of perpetrators of sexual violence will walk free. Both of those statistics hold true in my life.
7 in 10 is the fraction of rapes committed by someone the victim knows.
My name is Sharetta Donaldson.
My name is Cerissa.
And I am a sexual abuse and incest survivor. I was molested by my biological father.
It's my first time basically sharing it publicly. Ever since I was young as 5 years old, men have felt that it was okay to put their hands on me. I can remember the first incident. We were actually headed to church. My mom was in the passenger seat and his mother was driving. He was way older than me and I was only 5 years old. And he put his hands up my skirt. I was very ashamed and embarrassed. I thought I was going to get in trouble, so I didn't tell my mom. And then I was confused because of the feeling. I kind of liked it, but I knew it was bad. And from there, it seemed like it kept happening. It happened with family members, happened when I spent the night with friends, over friends' houses, with brothers. It just kept happening. And I started getting to the point that my body wasn't my body. I was zoned out. So by the time I hit middle school, that was the norm for me. And I became very promiscuous. And also, I started to date older people, like my mom's age older, 20s older, and thinking that it was okay because that's all I was used to.
I don't know what snapped, what triggered that abuse, and for a long time I thought it was my fault because on the very first day that it started, I told someone in my family, and that person told me to take that to the grave with me. Do not reveal that to anyone, and do not reveal it to my mother because it would be devastating. When I tried to give my story to someone to help me with the guilt, they put the guilt back on me. I felt like I was an in-home mistress, and it was because I had to carry a secret, like in affairs, and there was betrayal involved, like in affairs. I lived with that for years until my father impregnated me. I was told that I was too far along to have an abortion in my state. The cutoff was 16 weeks, and I was past that time. So I was taken to New Orleans to have an abortion. Here I am, a voiceless victim, having to go through the trauma of an abortion and the trauma of sexual abuse, and not having an advocate at all.
I started getting depressed around the same time. I started suffering with depression. Around that time, it's the first time I tried to commit suicide. I had no idea that other people were going through this.
I can recall him trying to have sex with me one Father's Day. And he basically wanted to use the holiday as a reason for me to have sex with him. And as bluntly as I possibly could, I turned to him and I said, well, you act like it.
You know, I did develop depression. I developed anxiety. I've tried to commit suicide more times than you can imagine. But God kept me here for a reason. And then I remember one day laying in the bed, in the hospital bed, and I was like, why won't you let me die?
My journey of abuse has been hard. My journey after the abuse has been hard. The hush is over.